Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Psycho Worldwide, in association with One Mind Entertainment, proudly brings to you the greatest podcast in the world. I am Crazy Kevin. Here he is, Big Nah, stepping in right now. But this is Two Fat Guys Podcast. What it do? What it do? What it do?
What it do?
Dan Jones will be joining us. He out here signing some $1 million contracts right now, trying to get things popping for us. So he will be joining us shortly. Got to get that paper. Got to get that money going. So shout out to him. But right now we got our honorary fat guy. Stepping in. Keep telling y'all, man, it's Fat Boy Summer. Fat Boy Summer. Hashtag Fat Boy Summer right now. We give it up for our man, Big Nah.
What up?
Welcome back.
Always good to be in the building, sir. Appreciate you. Let me step on in.
Always, brother. Always. And happy Father's Day to you.
Likewise, same to you. Apparently, the highways are clear, no restaurants are booked up. You know how they do on our weekend. Everything is available and free. People was like, oh yeah, by the way, this weekend is Father's Day. That's how it gets talked about.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually forgot until somebody said something to me yesterday.
Right.
Which is sad. Just grateful to be here. So we about to do this thing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please allow me to bring to the stage the other half of the Two Fat Guys Podcast, Dan Jones.
See, I gave the one arm, he gave the two arm. You came slide in like Eddie Kane Jr.
Yeah, I had to slide in real quick before I go get my son. I can't miss out on the episode.
Right. I wasn't gonna steal nothing.
Oh, you good, bro?
He said, "Don't take no furniture, don't take no props home." I wasn't gonna take that home. I was gonna be all right.
Hey, side note, next week we're gonna put on the show next week. All I'm gonna say is
Somebody, wait, what's that?
Yeah, people right now going, that sounds familiar.
Right, people walking around like, oh, I know.
Good.
Right. Now I was out here telling the people, man, that you was out here making these deals for us, getting these $1 million contracts signed and everything. So
Oh, that's a fact. Man, that's a fact. I gotta talk about that too after the show. Make some more.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now, man. This dude right here, he stayed politicking. He stay out here, making connects and collabos. I'm just like, all right. So, but we out here doing our is how will Uncle Snoop say? Our thug dizzle,
Sure.
Dizzle. I don't know. He's with Martha Stewart now, so he don't say those things anymore.
I don't know. He said it the other night when I was watching him on TV. So
No, he said I do my thug thing.
Right. I do my thug thing with an ing, not an ang.
Right.
Yeah. Look,
Got to keep sponsors.
Snoop went from being a hoodlum to a businessman. So you can't even be mad at your brother.
So can we honestly say that the pettiest person in the world it really is CM Punk?
I mean, super petty. Because sir.
Hold on. Don't jump. Come on. Dave. D.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Let's stay on track.
All right. Okay.
Hey, welcome to Miss Voorhees. Welcome back, Miss Voorhees. And I see she said, "Who doesn't know the X-Men theme song?" You'd be surprised. Like
you'd be surprised. But you know, geek. You know the geeks and the nerds and geekish people automatically. As soon as you hear it, they're like, "Come on, yo, stop playing."
Yeah, I mean, unless you were one of those people unless you were just one of those people that was deprived as a child and
right. Living under a rock.
To me, my X-Men.
All right, fellas,
even if you didn't see the original, you got this. It's on Disney Plus. Everybody got Disney Plus now.
Nope, I don't. I don't.
Sad.
I do not have Disney Plus.
Very sad.
I'm going to share my account with you, Kevin. You're gonna get Disney Plus.
Come on, sir. It's okay. It's okay. You can get one subscription service. It's all right.
No, I got subscription services. I just don't have Disney Plus.
Get rid of Netflix.
I don't even have. First of all, I don't even have Netflix, and I got to get Netflix come next year because Monday Night Raw is moving to Netflix.
I'm about to say Disney is in the bundles now, sir. You can get Hulu and Disney and stuff. I mean, come on, yo, work it out.
Yeah, you have no excuse, Drew, on why you lost.
Look,
I'm sorry.
Stop. Somebody that has the same exact last name as me, and I know who this person is. This is my brother. Says, "What is the plus for in Disney Plus?" We're not going to get into this right now. We're going to get into this.
The plus is you ain't paying for commercials.
No,
the plus is you get Hulu and ESPN.
Yes, you get Hulu, ESPN, National Geographics. They got Disney and other stuff. It's like saying my cousin and them. They got NMs on it.
Right.
So does Paramount Plus, which is what I have.
I've had that.
Nobody watches Paramount unless you watch the Teen Wolf.
No. Paramount, you get Yellowstone. You get what's my man Sylvester Stallone joint? That's on there. He got
that joint is
hot. King.
And plus, I'm a big NCIS fan. And then what's my man's name from a dude from Marvel, the one that got ran over by the snow tractor, because he got a show on there. Arrow.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Digstown?
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna get into this. Tonight's topic is going to be Clash at the Castle PLE review, which took place today live in Scotland, and it was a good PLE. We're going to talk about the pros and cons of it like we normally do, and we're going to talk about the possible fallouts that's going to come from this. So they started it off with the Undisputed WWE Championship I Quit match, which was Cody Rhodes was the champion versus AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles. And Cody came out on top. He made AJ say, "I quit," in the match. I thought the match was kind of. I think the match picked up towards the end for me. I think the match picked up towards the end for me. It was kind of slow starting off, which I'm starting to realize a lot of Cody Rhodes' matches since he became champion are starting off like that. He did dominate most of the match, and then we had the little seesaw, and then Cody went into like some extra mode to where his when AJ started messing with that man's mother. And
Listen,
I think AJ forgot that
Cody dominated most of the match. I'm sorry, sir.
AJ dominated most of that match, bro.
I'm about to say AJ was beating the brakes off that boy. What you talking about?
My man said we gotta be there.
Okay, first of all, Miss Voorhees, I don't know where you from, but yeah, to do you and review. Yes, this is how we talk in Baltimore when we're not using proper accents. Okay, so yes, I can say to, I can say do, I can say you and review. But when
unless
I'm
they
talking
stick you up.
when I'm talking about Baltimore, when I'm talking like I'm from Baltimore, that's what you gonna get.
One, Kev. Avenue.
Yeah. Oh no, hold on. Doug for dog. So
right. Either way, uptown is dog, down the hill is Doug.
Right. So yes, we do talk a little different up here.
A lot different, and we're gonna talk about this Skittle water in a second. But go ahead, carry on.
So the AJ match. Don't get me wrong, AJ was beating the brakes off of Cody. He was.
As always, Cody's always getting the brakes beat off him in the match before he triumphs.
He's the modern day Hulk Hogan.
Stop saying that because he's not.
No, in reality, he got
the brakes beat off him the whole match.
The whole entire match.
He did not get the brakes beat off him the whole match.
The whole thing, sir.
No. What match was you watching when Cody was beating them down the ramp, down the aisle, backstage, and Gorilla brought him back out and was beating on that man?
That was like 5 minutes. The match was a whole 20.
That was not 5 minutes of that match, yo.
He gave him a couple of 2 pieces, and then next thing you know, he was bleeding, as he always does in most of his matches.
Like in the early part of the match, when he got hit, he started leaking all over the place. I was hoping AJ got busted at the end, but they never showed it.
Honestly, I really wanted that match to end like the Mick Foley, the Rock I Quit match where he put the microphone to his face and the person came in.
It was.
I really wanted that to happen.
No.
Huh?
No.
Yeah, I wanted to end the controversy. I really didn't want Cody to win.
He should have Pele kicked Cody's mother. That would have been dope.
No.
Damn.
Yo, you slapped me 3 times. You getting Pele kicked. That third slap should have ended with a Pele kick.
No. He shouldn't have gotten her face.
Wait, he slapped the mother? He slapped the mother?
She slapped him.
She slapped him 3 times. When you,
I was going back and forth. I gotta see that. Wait a minute.
When she reached back for that third slap, you should have caught a boot right there. Sit down.
Nope.
A quick Shawn Michaels kick. Boom.
Nope. In her defense, he got in her face. She was the fan.
Mama Rose.
Now, granted, he started poking in the chest, and I'm like, you poking the mother? Like, you're going ham, okay? I ain't see that. I ain't never seen that before. You poked somebody's mama in the chest,
right? But then it was funny when Cody realized, like, oh, you messing with my mama? Nah, bro, it's a different level,
sir. How you got selective rage? You didn't even know what was happening to your mother. You was over there bleeding. You didn't even know what was happening.
Yeah, he took a can of spinach and was like, "Ooh, mama."
You know what?
But go ahead.
I gave that match a solid B.
B? Yeah. It'd be
solid B.
Oh, B. Okay.
Yeah, just because I wanted AJ to win, so give a reason for us to like Cody again.
My only issue with the ending was I think AJ should have got cracked at least once with them steps before he said I quit, and then when Cody got back for a second crack. All right, look, I'm done.
Well, that's when he looked back at his mother, and his mother was like, she kept giving him the okay.
You just gave up off the rip. Like, okay, let's take it back. I don't know if y'all remember John Cena, and I think it was JBL. John Cena rips off.
That was the match. That was
the match. Joint off in the truck. Right.
Yeah.
You done beat the brakes off JBL before he said I quit. You just hauled up some steps in the air, and I'm just quitting. Nah, you got to hit me at least 3 times with them joints before I'm quitting.
To be honest, it could have went like he'd have thrown the steps. AJ could have drop kicked him and start unbuckling the ropes. This match could have continued. I didn't like that end. That ending was trash.
So the ending I really want to talk about, which is probably going to be a new beginning, which is the actual possible fallout from this, which is the Bloodline attacking Cody.
Too soon.
Yeah, I think it was too soon also. And
I think it was just right. There's really nobody else for Cody to fight that's worth that caliber, unless you're talking about Randy Orton or Kevin Owens.
So
and at this point,
but those two guys ran out to help Cody. And so now you just reunited the feud with them two against the Bloodline. So what are we doing right now?
It's too soon. I feel like if you were going to go after Cody as the new quote unquote tribal chief, it should have been immediately after you took over power. Now that you done got these people and you got these other 2 dudes coming in, I feel like they need to establish themselves as menaces and savages. I agree. Somebody said the suits and the well-dressed version of the Bloodline. Nah, I need y'all to take them shirts off, show the tats, tax some people, bite some ears, something, do the little.
They attack people like they hyenas. They pushing each other off to get to the restroom. Like, bro,
right. But you need to do that to the whole locker room. You need to tear the whole locker room down.
Just beat them all up.
I'm getting mixed signals with this Bloodline because you coming off like the Horsemen's type of deal with the suits and everything, but then you coming off like
the Wild Samoans.
Yeah, the Wild Samoans. Thank you. Like I'm confused. Like I'm really confused by this because you coming off like Haku and his brother, and then you dressing like the Horsemen's.
But it just goes to show that he's trying to put a coat of armor on somebody that can't be controlled. You're trying to put a leash on wild animals. Them suits are wild animals. Eventually they're gonna turn on Solo.
To Paul Heyman's credit, that's what he's trying to sell to the public and everybody else. Like, sir, you're trying to control these 2, and these 2 can't be controlled. Even with Corey Graves and the people that's doing the announcing, it's coming off as though this is why we never had him here in the first place, because they can't be controlled.
And not just that, but Heyman said that when Heyman was talking to Solo, he said it's a reason why Roman never brought them in. It's a reason why Roman never had them come in the Bloodline, because they can't be controlled.
So this whole story is not even about the Bloodline. It's about Solo trying to reenact everything, but he's being hard-headed instead of taking his time. Like Roman told him, take your time. This will all be yours in due time. But since he lost the belt and he went away, now you want to reenact the Bloodline because you can't get Jimmy and Jay back. You injured your older brother, so he can't come back.
To the credit of the story,
you bring these 2 in there that you can't even control them. They're faking it with you right now. Let them 2 get a belt. Watch what happens.
To the credit of the storyline, they've been planting that seed for probably as long as Solo's been in the camp. Because you can see guys and envious. Even when they were talking about Jay was supposed to be the right hand man, you can see him, and Jay's supposed to be the next person in succession. You can see Solo's eyes wanting that accolade, wanting that glory. They've been planting this for a very long time, and now he's finally got it.
And he picked the wrong people.
Yeah, he was the wrong people.
If anything, I'd have picked Tamina and Nia Jax and ran the female version.
But see, I've been saying that since day one. Like, I don't know why. First of all, we need to find out if Tamina's even still with the company. That's one.
She's still in.
And if she is, how come they didn't bring her in? Like, why didn't Roman bring her in? You brought in your other cousins.
And Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai, what?
She got Samoan heritage, sir.
She's Samoan.
No, she's not. She's like,
she is.
Something.
When they just did the Samoan heritage tribute thing, she's part Samoan.
Yeah, Dakota Kai's up there. I think it's her father or her mother. One of them is Samoan. I know one of them, somebody's New Zealand and the other person is Samoan.
Yeah, because they always claim her to be from New Zealand.
From New Zealand. You're taking her mother's side. Her father is New Zealand, but her mother's Samoan. That explains why she like to use her feet.
But the Bloodline attacking Cody, I just feel like they probably could have did maybe one more feud with somebody else, Cody, and then circle back to that.
But we ain't gonna act like Solo ain't run up on the real smooth though.
No, he did. He did. He walked up on the side of that man.
Step up next to him like, "What's up? What's happening? What's popping?"
So that's when you know you about to get beat up. Boy, like you on a bus stop. Like, you good? You good?
Now here's my problem. You run up on Cody. You got Randy Orton and Kevin, which I need this duo to hurry up and break up. I'm tired of this already. It's first of all, I don't like good guy Randy or good guy Kevin. I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. Kevin Owens' heel persona is being wasted on being a good guy.
I disagree with you. I think Kevin has found a happy balance of being a face and still having that heel element to where he can still just be outrageous.
And he keeps getting beat up.
Because he's hard-headed.
He keeps getting beat up.
Kevin Owens is hard-headed.
All right,
you can't keep fighting Ivan Dragunov the same way you've been fighting him all this time.
Hold on.
The end result is not happening.
Ms. Boy, said Dakota Kai is Irish and Samoan descent.
Thank you.
That's where he's clearing it up.
That's my homie Wikipedia. Wikipedia be on it. They be on it. They know they research quick.
What? What?
You got a subject you don't know nothing about, they're gonna get you the answer in like 5 minutes.
Wiki, can't you see? I'm done. All right.
Stop.
Next match.
She on it.
I appreciate it.
So the next match,
I'm sorry.
It's the WWE Women's Tag Team Triple Threat match for Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, who were the defending champions, versus Alba Fire and Elsa Dawn versus Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark.
Ooh, can I start?
Go ahead.
I like the ending, but it wasn't the same result I thought it was going to be. I wanted to really be Shayna and Zoe. They're out of both of them teams, they're probably the most technical out of all of them. I really thought they was going to win. They had the opportunity.
But are they the most entertaining?
No,
they not.
They're very bland. They're very dry. Actually, I honestly feel like Zoe, unfortunately, because it's not the Shayna that we was used to in NXT. Zoe need to dump Shayna and roll out on her own. Zoe need to be on her own. No Trish, no Shayna. Do your own thing, shorty.
Zoe carried that team.
She does. That's why she needs to be on her own. Shayna, first of all, I kind of said, and I said this to Kev on offline, and it's kind of similar to the Jade thing. Shayna is probably one of the older, other than Natty, the oldest females that's still wrestling right now. You're on your way out the door, shorty. Zoe need to go ahead and rock off and do her thing.
But I think the difference with Shayna is that Shayna can still go.
But where? You're not the Shayna. You're not the Queen of Spades like you used to be. So we don't need it. We don't want it.
I think she can be, but you got to remember they got a leash on her. It's only but so much she can do within that character. So if they put a leash on her,
they let her loose in NXT last week at Battleground.
Right, that was Sean. Sean and Triple H, two different people.
Yeah.
And NXT is a different format versus the main roster.
But in my opinion, I was shocked at the ending, but I'm actually happy for Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. And here's the reason why. When they came into
go ahead. I wanted to dissect the match a little bit before we came into like the title changing hands.
Go for it.
Because there were some really good spots in this match, and there were some really bad spots in this match. And
they all were owned by one person.
And unfortunately, all the bad spots came from one person.
But
Ms. Cargill. But she is still 1,000 times better than what she was in AEW.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And this also contributes to what you said. Like, she is older. Like, she came into wrestling late. Like, this wasn't her first passion. So when she was, I think she's like in her late 30s, mid 30s,
like 36.
Oh,
yeah,
she's 32.
So that will be considered on the downside, especially if you coming in. Now, like DDP was like in his 40s. DDP was in his 40s when he started wrestling. But DDP was one of those once in a lifetime people to where he can do what he did and get over. Yes.
So basically, what you're saying is she's the new Batista.
Yes.
All right.
But Batista got 100% better over time. And I'm not saying that she doesn't have the ability to get
give
better,
her some time. Just give her the time.
But the one thing I need her to stop doing, which I think we all are going to agree on, and I had to come to terms with this, is stop doing that damn pump kick.
It's got to go. It's got to go. The only time, unless you are taking somebody's head off like Goldberg, stop doing the pump kick. Now, granted, you might injure some of your peers. If you're not going to do it, then don't do it at all.
I feel like she'd be better. Like, and we talked about this in the chat that she'd be better off doing a spear. Honestly, I want to see her do the old Lex Luger narcissist finishing move when he had that flying forearm off the rope, and just catch him.
Well, clearly, as you can see, her being on the ropes ain't her forte.
No, I'm not. No, I'm talking about running, not jumping off. I'm talking about running. No,
I don't know if she tried to do like a leapfrog, or I don't know what that was, but she doing. You ever had a paper plane and you thought the paper plane was going to fly really far and you threw it and that joint went straight into the ground?
Yes,
that was her. And the cameraman, to his credit, got away from her fast as a mug. Because
but he had to, because his life was in danger.
Because you can't have her looking that bad that quick.
To make it, she did execute that well at Clash at King of the Ring. She did execute it well. I think this time something was wrong. I don't know.
Ropes might have been slippery, sweat, all that,
And
a lot of people watch tonight.
They do become very slippery.
A lot of people botch.
They need to start drying off the ropes.
They normally would pull off. There was a lot of botches tonight on moves they normally would do. So I'm not knocking her for that. However, she did another botch and another botch right after that.
No, what you talking about? She did the pump kick and the power bomb at the same time.
Right.
when she fell.
Like the Claymore. The Claymore was discovered by accident.
She fixed that.
The Claymore was discovered by accident, so that was a nice touch. You did the pump kick power bomb, and it ended well.
No,
she did the J-Board.
When they did the right at the end of the match, when her and Bianca did the tag team finisher move or the tag team the double team move, where she had hit it with the face plant into the cold breaker, and then went to flip her back. Shayna head was about this close from that rope, yo. Her head was this close from them ropes. And I was legit nervous for Shayna. But I think Shayna knew where she was at, and she knew that because when you take a bump, you tuck. So she definitely tucked her head in. And when she hit the mat, I think she looked up and saw how close she was to that damn rope, to that bottom rope.
The problem with that move is that move, although as fly as it is, it requires more space. They need to do that joint to the far right. They be in the middle of the ring doing that move. So by the time you get ready to throw the person back, that person, like Candice LeRae, was out of the ring the first time they did that joint.
Candice LeRae is like
out the ring.
20 pounds soaking wet.
So now you're doing it to Shayna, hoping that she laying right. Now it's gonna be somebody that's gonna mess around and clip the back of their head on that rope. It's coming.
Yeah, you ain't doing that denial.
No, you're not doing that denial.
I think you can.
No.
I don't think you want to.
I think you can.
But as Kev said, because we discussed this a little offline, I like the fact that Bianca and Jade kind of took a back seat and let Isla and Alba kind of do their thing throughout the match. And even Zoe and Shayna, they kind of let them carry that match. They played we got attacked, we got hurt, we on the outside. Let them kind of rock off, and then we'll come in and clean up. Nobody saw that ending because I kind of thought, they was going to win. I honestly thought they was going to win. But I'm happy for the two girls that won, and this is the reason for that. They came in as NXT champions, and they was forced to make Shayna and Ronda Rousey look good, and they had to lose their belts. They should have won them belts. They should have unified them belts because Ronda was leaving anyway. Ronda was trash in the first place. But you let Ronda Rousey have the championship belts. And then you had them girls sitting in the back and catering ever since. So I'm glad they came.
But then you gotta realize, the quote from bouncing off of what you said, they had them belts when NXT UK first started. They were rocking then, and then when they came over there, it was just like, all right, I already knew like they're gonna get these belts eventually. But like you said, when Ron came in, it was like politics as usual. And you know, VKM was all for the Ronda Rousey situation.
Vinny Vedivici.
Yeah, that's too much. That's not gonna work for me, bro. I'm gonna be spitting all over my phone. I'm not doing that.
You can't say Vinny Vedivici.
Not without spitting.
That was Ja Rule's best album.
It was. I couldn't say it then. I ain't even see it be Vendetta.
To find out Shorty mother died this week and she still had enough gumption to come out here and wrestle, because you tell, man, look, I would have been no good. I'm going. I need time off. I'm out of here.
What is it with Bianca, bro?
So let me ask you a question.
Think about it. WrestleMania, Bianca, the little girl's mother died at the cheerleading, and then this one, Bianca doing something.
Don't do that. Don't do that to her. Don't do that.
I'm just playing. But honestly, I would have still let her lose.
I'm about to put you in timeout, yo.
You said I'm putting Hurt on top of Hurt. You losing this match?
Yeah.
No.
Like, I wouldn't. You want it in your hometown in school. 10 points. You want it in your home. What was that?
That was gonna be my question. Do you think that Bianca and Jade stepped aside because of Alba Fire's mother passing away?
I do. The ending, you can tell the ending was supposed to be different. And I think that match was honestly over when they hit that funny finishing move.
It was.
I'm gonna start calling that move corner to corner, because that's where they should start doing that move from one corner diagonal to the other corner.
I think an audible was called, and they said, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and give him that joint, because Shorty was, all intents and purposes, out of the ring somewhere. She just ran up, suplexed Jade. Jade didn't even know what was happening, and then she went and rolled up.
Yeah, because our partner, Elsa Dawn, was holding Jade's ankle from the other side of the ring, so she was holding her so she couldn't go break the count. And only Lord knows where Zoe Starks was at. So let me ask y'all this: the fallout from this, them becoming the new tag team champions. Do you think that they're going to go on a run with this for a while, or do you think that the Ebony Bodies is going to want to reclaim their championship?
I think they're going to have a decent. I think they're going to have at least. I could be wrong, but I'm going to give them at least 4 or 5 months with that run. I think Jade has been with Bianca long enough, and now, all right, we can kind of let her rock off and do her own thing.
No, I'm gonna disagree with you on that.
You can't, because you don't want her to be stuck being just a sidekick.
I mean, yeah, you're right, because Bianca's the mouthpiece of the situation, and Jay's pretty much, I don't know how you want to say it, but the muscle.
Basically, the cleanup. Yeah, you the cleanup.
Yeah, he's the cleanup guy.
He's
Jay can do the pump kick and the special move, and that's it. And with the whole team is based off of power anyway, so they really don't have no technical skills if you think about it. Bianca got it.
No, Bianca can. She does.
She can go, but not to the level of Elsa Dawn and them.
Yeah, she's not wrestling like
she's
not that type of wrestler. She can.
Elsa Dawn is another Dean Malenko if they let her loose.
Her power game keeps her in the game, but she ain't wrestling like that. No, she ain't like that. And I love Bianca, but Bianca ain't no technical masterpiece. I would give Naomi a technical wrestling masterpiece before I give Bianca.
Of course, I think she is, but because I remember her NXT matches, she had a lot of she has a lot of technical background even from her NXT. But because of where she's positioned in storyline, then no, she's going to be the powerhouse. She's going to be the strongest, the fastest, the toughest, the roughest, and all that other stuff that she says that she is.
Although I think it was too early for them to lose them belts, I kind of get it. And truth be told, they could easily write a storyline for them to get it back tomorrow. I mean, come on. Like, really, in retrospect, who is really beating that team? What other women's team is beating that team head-to-head straight up?
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Dan.
Yo.
Don't you got a meeting to get to about these contracts, yo?
For sure, for sure. I will be giving you the information after I get finished out this meeting.
Peace.
All right.
All right.
Find me a janitor spot while you signing that contract, though.
All right. So here we are. But now dealing with that, the fallout, I think is going to be different. I would like to see what they're going to do. WWE, and I think they will work better going across the different platforms, the different brands, versus Bianca and Jade would have been.
I would like to see them get back to defending those joints, even on the NXT brand, though.
Yeah, I think that's what we're missing right now.
Because in retrospect, let's say hypothetically speaking, an NXT team beats Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. That's an automatic call up.
Yeah. That is an automatic call out. But also, who do they have in never mind. Shoot.
They got a slew of them.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I think that's the problem. You got more people, more women tag teams in NXT than you do across the main two rosters.
Which is why I never understood why they got rid of the women's NXT belts, though. I didn't quite get that.
It was opposed. I felt like the initial idea was to give them exposure on the main rosters as like tryouts, and of course VKM was like, "No, I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm going to stop and just focus on the main roster." So,
because other than it wasn't Naomi and Bayley. It might have been Naomi and Sasha. Like, what other team that got them belts actually came to NXT to defend them joints?
Naomi and Sasha.
That's it.
They did it a couple times, and I want to say when Natalya had them for the short run, she had them. I forgot who she was with. They went down there. It was a couple of
Natalya and Tamina?
Yeah, I think it was them too. But Natalya done had so many daggone runs in WWE. It's not even funny.
But those were the belts. Those were the belts that were supposed to be defended on all three brands. So I need to see it defended on all three brands.
Yeah, I'm actually sad Natalya's gone.
Where'd she go?
Her contract expired.
So where is she? I mean, is she gone?
I think she's taking bookings now, but she hasn't signed anywhere.
But is she gone from here?
She's gone from WWE.
Oh, they did that quietly because I ain't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, they did. They did. Like her last match was like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, that's wild. No send off, no nothing.
Yeah, her right after she did the Queen of the Ring tournament, I think her contract went up like a few weeks after that.
But no send off. No, come on, yo. She deserved at least a send off.
Nope, they didn't do nothing.
That's
they put Ricochet through a freaking car window. Okay.
But that's okay. But that's us trying to write you off. So there's no TV appearances, and we know you just gone. It's already, first of all, you can't hide much of anything anymore. Anyway, so everybody knows he's leaving.
But now Ricochet even put it out there though. He said that he gave them notice like 2 months ago that he wasn't renewing his contract.
Right. So we gonna write you off the right way. Call it a day. But Natalya, all that she's given, everybody she's trained, all that I've done. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have half the stars you have right now. She deserves some type of send off. That was dirty.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Business. It's business, but it was dirty. But carry on.
So, all right. We're gonna talk about the workhorse match of the night, and it was a really good match. I think a lot of people are not going to agree with me on that, and that's perfectly fine. You all entitled to your opinion. You're wrong, but you're entitled to it. The Intercontinental Championship match: Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable.
So a very unpopular.
I'm not calling it the match of the night, but I am calling it the workhorse match. But I think I know what you're going to say. You're probably going to feel like Chad should have won. And I know a lot of people are feeling that way. And I'm going to partially agree with you, but I don't know. Like Chad Gable's one of those guys. He's a great worker. Like he puts the work in. You need him to carry a match. He carries a match. You need him to act goofy. He acts goofy. He does he does. He's
any and everything you can ask for.
He's Cody before Cody became the American Nightmare. When Cody was the Dashing and the Phantom and Stardust. Like
speaking of Paul, this is a small segue. I don't know if you watched NXT this week, but Cody on NXT this week loved the whole freaking thing. He gave the Dashing Cody Rhodes mask to old girl that got a nose broke. What's the girl from Toxic Attraction?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
JC Jane.
Yeah.
You said Dashing, it made me think like, yo, this dude brought out the Dashing mask. Yo, I was like, come on, yo, this dude. He I think okay, sir, we get it. You're the face of the company. You're the baby face we always wanted. All right, stop it, because people can't love you too much more now.
But just all right. I'm gonna continue your small segue. Going back to the first match he had with AJ, and he's done this more than once. But when he did the cartwheel and did this,
Stardust
thing.
Like, come on,
I was like, all right. You gotta love Cody, yo.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Everybody loves him already. And now stop it. It's enough is enough, sir. We love you, okay? It's enough. It's okay. We don't need no more.
But Chad Gable is this generation's Cody Rhodes, like this era for Cody Rhodes. Before he was the American Nightmare, any gimmick you give him, anything you ask him to do,
he's running with it.
He's running with it. You know, the heel Chad Gable we kind of saw coming from a few months ago, but it's actually working for me. I like it, and I kind of wanted to see him win tonight, but reality is he wasn't. Sammy is still doing the underdog, underappreciated storyline,
and
he's trying to get other people to understand how you're not appreciated, how you don't have to put up with the bullying and the verbal abuse and in Otis's predicament, physical abuse.
You're trying to save every child that you can save so they don't get abused like you were abused. I get it. I understand. But honestly, I am sick of Sami Zayn. I love Sammy as a performer. Don't get me wrong. I liked Bloodline Sammy. I liked Castro Sammy. I liked sporadic everybody's against me. The woe was me, Sammy. This Rocky version of Sammy, I'm not like, come on, yo. It's gotta go.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like the Castro Sammy. That was like the conspiracy theorist Sammy. That got on my nerves.
It got on my nerves, but it was entertaining.
No,
it was entertaining.
But Bloodline Sammy was entertaining as all out.
Bloodline Sammy was the truth.
That when that man came up with the word Uzi, and they all stopped, like literally off the top of his head. He was like, he's just not feeling Uzi.
He's not feeling Uzi. Everybody was like, what? Like even Rome, like he broke the character. Like I had to laugh. Like dudes had to chuckle. Like what? Right. And then it turned into a term. It's a term that people still use right now. And again, and granted, if you was going to do the Rocky thing, of course we know they'll beat Roman wasn't going to be it until they found the person. It was already set up for Cody to do. But that should have been the ending of the Rocky story. You should have beat Roman if there was going to be a Rocky story. All right, you beat Gunther. Out of everybody else who was skilled to beat Gunther, you're the one that pulled it off. Okay, we get
so. All right, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that real quick with the Sami Zayn situation and Chad Gable, because that ties in to this. Michael Cole raised a very good point, but I don't think he realized it. He said that Chad Gable went against Gunther a few times and lost.
Right.
So he figured he'd train Sammy
to
beat Gunther. And then once he beats Gunther, he can fight Sammy because he thinks Sammy will be an easier target to take the title from.
As he should have been.
Here's my problem with that theory. If you can train Sammy to beat Gunther, why couldn't you beat Gunther?
Well, first of all, Gunther has Sammy by a good 80 pounds.
That's what I'm saying, though. But Chad Gable is way more of a technical wrestler than Sami Zayn is.
Right.
But you managed to train him to beat Gunther, but yet you couldn't do it. Apollo beat Rocky. Apollo Creed beat Rocky.
True.
Technically, he beat him twice.
Technically,
he beat him twice. All right. After part 3 went on, then we found out in Creed the movie.
Well, it came across the reason why Chad trained Sammy and why Sammy was able to overcome Gunther is because Sammy had that extra bit of heart that everybody else don't possess. No matter how much he was beat down, he found his will to win. When everybody else would be defeated, gave it all he got, and they still get defeated, Sammy found that extra inch to take it all the way to the end. Basically saying that he has a little bit more heart than Chad Gable. That's basically what it was saying. Okay. So even though Chad has more skill set, he doesn't have the same amount of heart that Sammy has.
So once again, so now here we are. Sammy has more heart than Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm. So
is that why Chad Gable can't beat Sammy?
That is true. That's exactly why.
So
heart is they're selling the story that heart is always going to triumph over skill.
Right.
Eventually.
I think it's stupid, but I agree with you.
It's very stupid because if you take that same heart and you go back and put it against Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar clearly killed the heart out of everybody.
Right.
So now, all of a sudden, Hart is going to win because Brock ain't here no more. So now we can win with Hart.
But when people like Roman just had to literally beat Brock down, John Cena had to beat Brock down.
John Cena, Roman, all of them, right? All of them had all the heart in the world and got destroyed. But now, all of a sudden, Hart can overcome anything,
right?
Unless your contract says otherwise.
Unless your contract says otherwise, you're absolutely correct. So, what do you think the fallout is going to be? Like, what does Chad Gable do now?
Chad Gable finally cuts off Otis, cuts off Maxine, cuts off Tozawa. The Creed brothers finally come in, get their stuff going that they should have always had going. Maybe even Ivy Niles comes in because she was messing with Maxine for a minute. Go get Ivy, go get the chat, go get the Creed brothers, form the new version of the Alpha Academy / the Angle Squad, whatever you want to call it. And then y'all go run roughshod over the mid card and below.
So I know Kurt Angle had a while back had proposed that he be Chad Gable's manager and bring somebody else in, and probably somebody else in, so he can kind of redo the Team Angle thing, but there was going to be called something else, and they shot him down.
I thought that would have been a fantastic idea.
It would have been a fantastic idea because now you got the veteran, and now you got these two. Like, I think that should have been the damn Alpha Academy. All right.
The problem with that is I got to pay the Legends contract, and I don't feel like giving up that much money right now. I don't have to.
You're paying John Cena.
Be careful what you say now.
John Cena is getting an astronomical amount of money on a
because he's John Cena name is not Kurt Angle's name. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100.
I give you that because Undertaker just signed a Legends contract.
Kurt Angle was great. Kurt Angle was great in his day. No doubt about it. Undeniable. You can't take his legacy away from that man. However, John Cena's name, The Undertaker's name, way more valuable than Kurt Angle's name.
I agree with you on that, but I still think Kurt Angle has value.
He has value, which means if you want to come in and do this idea, then you need to do it for this XYZ amount. And if you can't agree to that, then we don't need to be doing it.
And that could have been why they said no to it. Because, at the end of the day, money talks.
Exactly. And you cost too much money. And your name don't bring that much heat. I mean, you might get a few "you sucks." Let's keep it 100. Ain't nobody rushing out here to see another Kurt Angle match.
Well, he can't because he can't wrestle
But
anymore.
I guarantee you, they said Kurt is going to wrestle tomorrow on Monday Night Raw. Everybody not tuning in to see Kurt Angle wrestle on Monday Night Raw because we know Kurt Angle can barely turn his head. Why we want to see that? Now, if you say Undertaker's going to wrestle another match, people are going to tune in. You say John Cena's coming up here to wrestle another match, people are going to tune in.
All right. Playing devil's advocate. I feel like if Undertaker had another match, it would be just like him walking. And he can barely do that. So
the Undertaker's last match should have been that Boneyard match against none other than AJ Styles. That was the perfect ending of a career match. That should have been it.
Funny part is he says he doesn't regret that match, but he wanted something better. Like that's not because granted it was during the pandemic. So, but that's not how he envisioned his last match.
I like the cinematic matches. I'm sad they don't do them anymore. And then the other people in other promotions started doing them to death, and it was just getting cheesy. But that Boneyard match was done to perfection. He might not think so.
No, he loved the match, but that's not how he figured his career.
He wanted to see him go out in the 80,000 plus fans arena, and
right,
sir. Obviously, you haven't watched your last few matches. It wasn't going to go the way you thought it was. This was the perfect way to go, and it should have been it.
Ms. Voorhees says, I'll pay to see Undertaker one more time. You and a million other people.
That means you should be paying for his one-man stand-up show, whatever he'd be talking about. When he's talking like Mark Calloway instead of the Undertaker.
Yeah, it's just him doing like telling wrestling, kind of like what Mick Foley does.
I've seen Mick Foley live in person on, I think it was on one of the New Jersey colleges. He had a book tour, and I'm like, oh, this dude is entertaining outside of the ring. Like he's funny. I don't know what the Undertaker's sound like outside of the wrestling.
Just imagine his Hall of Fame speech.
Okay, that's too much. I'm not sitting through 3 hours of that. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that.
But I feel like with Chad Gable, the fallout, like you said, this is how I will write the fallout. Monday night, call out Alpha Academy, have him and Otis get into it. Otis gets the best of them. Creed brothers run out.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
That's how I would write it.
He's going to berate Otis and Cesaro and Maxine. He's going to slap Otis. Otis is finally going to be like, he got enough of this. He's going to probably beat the brakes off of Chad for a couple of seconds. And then the Creed's going to come out, clip him, drop him, throw Cesaro 20 yards like they normally do. Ivy might come out here and clip and choke Maxine out or something from behind. I don't know. That to me would be perfect. And then now you got your new Alpha Academy.
But I don't want them to be caught. They gotta come up with a new name.
Well, first of all, the Alpha, whatever should have ended when old boy hurt himself, and they should have found a new name. Sure. But the Alpha word technically has always been Chad Gable's thing. Remember, he brought old boy in. What is his name?
Jason Jordan.
Yeah, that guy. He went out. Remember, he sold out to Jason Jordan and made them a tag team. He then turned into Alpha Academy and went and got Otis. So he's always been the recruiter. It's always follow me, and then we can be great. Mind you, the Alpha, whatever they call it, Alpha American Alpha, would have been a dope team for a minute. They would have been a dope team for a minute. But then they crossed them Usos, and they transitioned to being the bad guys, and that was a wrap.
I didn't like how they had Jason Jordan as Kurt Angle's illegitimate child. That was funny.
That was hilarious. It probably should have been Chad Gable other than Jay, but the fact that it was Jason Jordan and he was black, that's what made it even more funny.
I think that's what most people thought it was going to be Chad Gable, but then it came out to be Jason Jordan.
Because they look alike. They kind of look alike.
It was like, so Kurt Angle been dipping his finger in the chocolate milk? Like
exactly what everybody was like, oh, Kurt Angle he get down. He gets invited to the cookout.
Right. So that's what made me like, what? That made okay. That it still made more sense than Hornswoggle being Vince McMahon illegitimate child. So
that was even more funny.
a leprechaun,
Yo, you like, sir,
you know that was supposed to be Mr. Kennedy, though, right?
Out of all those kids, you had a leprechaun. That was
right,
hilarious.
But you know the original storyline. It was supposed to be Mr. Kennedy. As Mr. Yeah, it was Mr. Kennedy was supposed to be Vince McMahon's illegitimate child. Because Kennedy's Irish, McMahon's Irish. Kennedy is his name. Kennedy is VKM's middle name. So that's what they was going to run off of. And then I think he got injured, and then something else happened. And yeah, they want to make Hornswoggle his illegitimate child, which was dumb.
I miss Hornswoggle. I'm not gonna lie, he was funny.
I actually met him at a signing. Him and Finley at a signing at the Best Buy in White Marsh.
You know the oddities and the little people and the like the Midnight Thug, or what was it called, the Haiti Kid. Back in the day, it's always a good time when you got a little person on the show. Granted they get abused and thrown around a lot, but they can take it. They're little tough little people. So I miss Hornswoggle being tossed around.
Oh, like when Kevin Nash had that match against what was it, the little Kurt Angle or somebody he had a match against at TNA, and he just abused him. He just abused that person.
Yes. Imagine Jade pump kicking Hornswoggle.
No, it's laws against that, yo. If not, it should be.
You know who was actually funny when it came to messing with Hornswoggle? And I know we're getting off topic, but Booker T. Booker T is an underrated individual. Booker T is like, I'm trying to figure out how. I'm trying to think of a good comparison to him, but nonetheless, the dude is entertaining as a mug and don't get enough credit that he deserves. Granted, he got 2 Hall of Fame rings.
I think he's a little bit more annoying now than he was when he was an active performer. Because when I hear him on NXT doing commentating, it irks my soul.
What? Yeah, I like it.
Like we get it, dog. You black and you from Houston. Stop. We get it.
That's better. It's better for him to say he's black and from Houston than when he was talking about he was from Harlem. Like, sir, stop playing with me. There's nobody in Harlem talk like that.
I'm saying though, but still, the greatest line ever, the greatest promo ever, is when Harlem Heat is sensational. Sherry, may she rest in peace. I used to have a massive crush on that woman too.
Yeah, when you call Hulk Hogan the N-word?
The N-word, yes. Hey, Hogan, we coming after you too. What? The best part of that was Mean Gene's face.
He's like,
and then he instantly transitioned to Stevie Ray. He was like, "So Stevie Ray, what are your thoughts?" Like Mean Gene just like that was some regular old. We supposed to do this.
Let's get away from this subject right now.
And the sensational Sherry, she's sitting there trying to not laugh, and this Booker T put his head down laughing. It's like, yo, yeah, you just called one of the biggest names in professional wrestling the N-word on national television.
Exactly. And I'm like, I'm cool with that. I was good with it. Yes. Say it. Give it to him.
Like, but
when the podcast is over for the night, I need you to go on to YouTube and pull up Booker T and TNA calling the match. It was a match that when they did the main event Mafia. You remember? I don't know if you remember the main event
Mafia. Yeah.
Booker T is calling the match, and P.D. Williams and Austin Creed, which is Xavier Woods now, is in this match, and they beating down Scott Steiner. And Booker T is on commentary. He gets up and still doing commentary, but runs in the ring and talks as he's kicking people in the face and destroying them. He's giving the commentary of what he's doing. It is the most hilarious thing I've ever heard in my life. He was like, "Oh, he's kicking her in the face. Oh my God. Oh, like it was insane." Because you think he's still supposed to be at the desk. No, he's in the ring talking while he's putting the boots in somebody's face. It's hilarious.
All right, let's move on to the WWE Women's Championship match: Bayley versus Piper Niven.
If I know how to do flower emojis, I would be throwing flowers right now for good old Piper Niven.
Piper Niven is highly underrated. If you never follow her career from when she was across seas to NXT UK, she is a phenomenal performer, phenomenal wrestler. And for her to be a big girl, she moves well. And
very well.
They kind of hold her back a little bit with that. But if you watch her, you'll see the grace that she has in that ring. And she's a beast with it. And I love the fact that she can do what she do. I don't like the fact that she's underrated. And no, I did not think for one solitary second she was going to walk out of Scotland, which is her home country, with the Women's Championship. I didn't think that was going to happen. And the reason I didn't think that was going to happen, unfortunately, Piper Niven is not a ticket mover. Not yet. When she was in NXT UK, she was. When she was and when they brought her in, the very short stint she had at NXT before they brought her up to be Doudrop under Eva Marie, who was the worst wrestler of all time.
Absolute worst.
Absolute worst. As Doudrop, she's just underrated. I also felt like a lot of this match, like the crowd really wasn't into this match. They was into it for Piper, and I get why Bayley was being booed in the match, but at the same time, it's like, damn, give Bayley some credit. Like, she doesn't want to be like, she gets it. Bayley knew she was on her hostile territory. She's used to it. And I do appreciate them giving Piper her flowers even after the match was over, because Bayley did look back at her and gave her the nod, like, yeah, you deserve this. Like, this
gave it a nod, gave it a ring.
Yeah, gave it a nod, gave it a ring.
Did we already talk about the fact that she ain't get no kind of applause when she came out?
Who?
Bayley.
Oh, yeah, no, we been talking about that. We were just saying how Bayley was, like, literally in hostile territory. Like, she got booed coming out. She got booed during the match. She got booed when she won the match.
As you should. I wish you would cheer for somebody else in my hometown. This is my hometown. Why would you cheer for somebody else?
But Randy Orton's got booed in his own hometown.
That's how good of a bad guy he is. You piss people off even where you live, sir.
He got booed in his own hometown. I remember that. Yeah, I was like, oh, they're going to pop for Randy. They in Kansas City, Missouri.
St. Louis, Missouri, bro.
St. Louis, Missouri. They're going to pop. Yeah. Laser, boom.
That is a true testament of how much of a bad guy you are to get booed in your hometown.
I was like, even Cleveland cheered for the Miz, yo.
Well,
yeah.
Right. But it's not hard, Cleveland. Yeah, anything. You can be the worst. You can be the worst athlete, worst performer in the world.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Don't do that. Don't disrespect them, man.
No, I lived there for a good 7 months, so I can feel like I have authority to talk about it.
You never seen the Black Knight then, sir.
Logan Paul, he got booed in Cleveland, and he's a
true bad guy. He's a true ass.
Like, they legit booed him. Like when he came out before he signed his contract to be a performer for WWE. Nah, they booed him. Like he came out, he's with the Miz, hanging out with the Miz. They was like, boo! I literally heard somebody yell, "F you, Logan Paul."
That means they didn't like him from the start. But the thing about Logan is, at least Logan can perform. As much as you don't like him as a person, he can perform.
He can go. I give him all the credit for that. Still don't like him as a person.
But he performs.
I mean, I don't know him as a person. You like him, so Logan Paul is cool with me.
So unfortunately, the only thing I can judge you on or base my opinion of you on is what you put out in public. So when you put yourself out as an a-hole in public, I am only one to assume that that's how you are.
So what do you say about me?
I know you personally. You're not an a-hole. You have a-hole tendencies. I have a-hole tendencies. Naeem sometimes has a-hole tendencies, but we're not a-holes. I know you.
It depends on who you ask about me.
I was about to say,
I mean, same here. But I know you personally. So
I've been called that most of the time in my life, sir. 90% of the time I've been called it. And it's okay. I'm okay.
I mean,
we're going to be and I both agree we're not going to deny the inevitable.
Look, I know who I am, and God loves me, and that's all I need to know. So,
mine's still having a debate.
But Piper Nevin though, she should get a lot more. And honestly, I think me and I talked about this a little bit. Piper Nevin needs to distance herself from Chelsea Green.
Yes, get away from Chelsea Green.
Although Chelsea is entertaining, let's not dispute that. She's very entertaining.
Chelsea is honestly, I want her husband. And for those who don't know who her husband is Zack Ryder, or also known as Matt Cardone, which is his real name. I would love to see him back in WWE, not as Zack Ryder. Not as Zack Ryder, yo. No.
Okay.
Not as
you never know because they got the partnership with TNA now, so you never know. You got to think about it. Dolph is over there.
Well, he's
Dolph is over there. His brother's over there. Matt's over there. The Hardy Boys are now over there now. All over with TNA now, so it might be one that he might
not over there because Matt. I think did Matt win that match last night against Moose for the TNA title? Because Matt was working on a per match basis. He didn't have a contract with them.
I don't know. I don't know for sure. I know Jeff came back.
Right, because Jeff TNA contract actually expired.
I don't know what Jeff is doing at this moment. I just pray for the best for Jeff.
So
all I can do.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
that.
Where's your light at, yo?
Where's your light at?
Jeff, like,
I got another one. Don't worry about it. It's different. I got different from Save a Lot.
Look, so no.
Oh, we dimming lights. Hold on, we doing a Bray Wyatt thing.
God damn, bro! He went completely. Yo, your light got. I thought you had like another light on. That is the only light that you got on. Jesus.
My man, doing a podcast.
Jesus,
we're here. I love it. Speaking of Bray Wyatt, we ain't gonna act like they had clues thinking they was gonna debut tonight, and they didn't.
Right. I'm like, come on, yo, don't do that. Somehow, it looked like it was gonna be this is it. We finally gonna see something. Then, nah.
No, it's supposed to be allegedly. It's supposed to be Monday when it's
we'll
supposed
see.
to be debuting the Wyatt 6. But they only named 5.
It better not be SummerSlam because I don't want to see them by then. Brandon, you can go ahead and just stay home.
They got Joe Gacy, Nikki, Eric Rowan. What's the other dude? Dexter Lumis.
Dexter and Bo. It's only 5 people, but it's supposed to be the Wyatt 6.
Well, they count Bray Wyatt.
They're waiting on Alexa Bliss.
Well, I don't know. That's the thing. They haven't announced if Alexa Bliss is back yet.
I'm thinking they counting Bray Wyatt as the spiritual sixth person.
Yeah, we'll see.
Or they can count Uncle Howdy and Bo Dallas as 2 people. So that's 6 people.
Oh my God.
But we'll see though. We'll see because we're supposed to be getting vignettes starting next week with them, according to Fightful Select.
Now here's the problem: who's over the creative for this? Because you can't fumble a man's legacy like this.
Bo has 100%. Bo and one other guy that knew Bray, that Bray brought in to help him with the storyline because he does like horror movies and stuff.
Oh, the dude that do the costume.
The dude that make the mask.
Yeah.
So what? Shout out to him. He did make Cody Rhodes mask.
You know, you're not counting Strowman though, because technically Strowman could be back into that.
Nah, Strowman doing his own thing.
His return has been really lackluster.
He shouldn't have came back.
What?
I keep saying this. Listen, you that big of a wrestler, I don't need you catering to the audience. I need you coming in there wrecking stuff. I don't need you doing this.
But
I don't need you doing it.
So there's
Did you not see what he did to JD McDonough?
There's a side story.
JD McDonough.
There's a side story I just read yesterday. The Undertaker supposedly told him something similar to that. What Dan just said, like, okay, we get it. You know, this is a new era. People like social media. You want to get out there. You want to create a buzz and all that stuff. But sir, as big as you is, you're supposed to be the monster among monsters. You can't be on social media doing goofy stuff. You're supposed to be a monster.
It don't make sense.
But see, here's the problem though. Undertaker is such old school, and I like you said it, but he is such an old school person. He's such a Undertaker still believes in keeping kayfabe.
In this regard, he's right. In this regard, he's right.
Now you that big, there has to be a mystique about you. There has to be something different about you. If all you know for is running around the ring and putting your hands up, I'm not paying you all the money to do that every day.
When Bray was here, did you see Bray on up, down, down? Did you see Bray out here doing goofy-ish? No, Bray was Bray all the time.
But Bray didn't do social media, period, even before all this.
My point exactly.
But I mean, okay, Wendell Rotunda didn't do social media.
Sir, you want to be the monster among monsters, or you want to be the big goofy dude from the what's my man, the Rosebuds? Which one you want to be?
You're gonna say the Rosebuds.
Because we ain't forgot,
bro.
We ain't forgot that. You still doing goofy stuff like you a Rosebud. You used to be the dude in the black sheep mask. You out here doing goofy stuff like a Rosebud. Come on, yo.
I mean, when the bell rings, he's doing the Braun Strowman thing.
I don't take him seriously anymore.
No, I don't take him serious, bro. You almost had a debatable with JD McDonough.
You got beat up by JD McDonough and Finn Balor, who's like half your size, stacked together.
You letting Dom straight jab you in the face, bro. There's no way possible. You need to put Dom on the roof.
We don't believe you. You need more people.
You need more people. You need a family with you.
That flipped Roman Reigns over while he was strapped to a gurney. Where's that guy at?
Yeah, I need that guy. Like you never seen Brock Lesnar come out there and do that.
No, where's the guy that flipped the paramedic over while Roman Reigns was strapped to the gun?
Speaking of which, and Dan just hit on it. You knew when I knew that Brock was on his way out when they started having funny time, Brock. I was like, oh, no, he's about to lose. He's losing everything from here on out. We don't need funny time, Brock.
I don't need that. I need you to, when that music come on, I need everybody to be like, oh, Lord, here he comes. We're going to die.
I think that Brock came to a point to where he's like, what else can I do?
You're right. I'm going to just have fun. I'm going to go out here and put some people over.
You're going to pay me millions of dollars to show sporadically and to put people over, and I'm going to have fun with it.
But in the course of doing that, you're chipping away.
People. Don't get it twisted.
You're chipping away.
People.
You're chipping away that was you. It's kind of like Ric Flair. You stayed around too long, and now you're looking like a circus clown.
You're living long enough to see yourself become the villain.
I don't think Brock Lesnar looked like a circus clown in the end. I think this is
not yet.
If you come back and do it again, I'm giving him a red nose.
I feel like even before all of the allegations came out against VKM, when he had that last match against Roman, when he brought the tractor to the ring.
There's water, by the way.
Sure. And lifted the ring up. I think that because that was his last match, right? He hasn't had a match since then, correct?
Cody.
Cody supposed to be wanting to come back to go against Braun Breaker.
All right. So after that, I think I've never seen him do that before when he raised somebody else's hands. And I felt like that was him passing the torch. Like, all right, here's the keys. Are we
forgetting about the Brock party?
Oh, when he won the bank?
Yeah, when he's walking around with the hoodie on with the radio.
I thought that was uncomfortable as hell. That was so uncomfortable.
Very.
That was a screw job at the same time.
It was.
Because Mustafa won that.
It was. Because who got mad at him?
Out of that one situation, you got Mustafa being pissed off and never been the same since, and then you got Kofi Mania.
You took. Oh, I'm sorry. Also, yes, the Black Champion Killer. My bad. That's exactly what he was. My fault.
Yeah, pretty much. And then you beat him on foreign land. You beat him in Japan.
Hold on. I'm not going to put the Kofi thing on Brock. That was Fox. That was VKM.
Okay, so what happened when it was Biggie?
Brock ain't take the title off of him.
Sure did.
Brock took the title off of Big E.
Sure did.
Mm-hmm.
That was just VKM being racist.
Listen, Brock Lesnar is the black man killer.
No,
all day, every day.
VKM is the black man killer.
You had him go against Bobby Lashley, something we've been waiting forever, and he gave Bobby Lashley a concussion.
You want to be technically honest? Samoa Joe should have gotten that ass, but that's a whole different story.
Thank you.
I got a lot of people that Brock Lesnar can't beat.
I felt Brock didn't want to wrestle. He said he didn't want to wrestle Joe. And Joe said,
you know the outcome.
Because he knew the outcome.
So
you can't out wrestle Joe.
No,
you can't out muscle Joe.
No, I could think he got out muscle Joe.
You couldn't out muscle Joe. You wasn't gonna throw Joe around like you threw everybody else around.
All right, are we talking about Brock Lesnar the wrestler or Brock Lesnar the bruiser? Because Brock Lesnar the wrestler, as much as I love Samoa Joe, he is not technically sound more than Brock Lesnar. Because Joe, if Brock Lesnar hit him with that mat skill, it's over.
You talking about the same Brock? You talking about the same Samoa Joe that used to be in the X division with all the technical wrestlers? You talking about that Samoa Joe?
He not. He talking about AEW Samoa Joe.
Okay, yeah, okay. You're right.
No, I'm talking about X Division Samoa Joe, and I'm talking about WWE Samoa Joe.
You can't be, sir.
Yo, Brock Lesnar is a two-time NCAA world champion. He is a multiple-time UFC champion. Now, granted, his jaw is made of glass. I will openly admit that. His jaw is glass. But if you talk about wrestling, take that pure wrestling technique, I'm not taking nothing away from Joe, but he is not messing with Brock. It is the reason why Brock Lesnar went undefeated in NCAA.
Yeah. There's a reason why Brock Lesnar refused to fight Samoa Joe, too.
There's definitely a reason.
You talking about Ring of Honor, X Division, NXT.
I'm not taking nothing away from y'all making it seem like I'm sleeping on Joe. I'm not taking nothing away from
you.
Joe.
You can kick him out the house.
I did not. Joe has a hell of a resume. He has a great resume. I'm not taking nothing away from that man. But if you're talking about technically sound, I gotta give it to Brock. And it may
be the same dude that got beat up by Tyson Fury.
Say what?
Didn't Brock get beat up by Tyson Fury?
When he got punched in the jaw, yes. I literally just said he has a glass jaw.
That one punch put him down?
Tyson, no, it wasn't one punch. But Tyson Fury figured out the cheat code. Because everybody knew once Brock Lesnar got you on the mat in UFC, it was over. You were done. Tyson Fury did not let Brock get his hands on him, and he popped Brock in the jaw a couple times. And when he caught him with that hook, Brock went down like an NES card.
Just help me understand something, sir, because maybe it's just me.
Damian Priest went down when he got.
You're telling me, Mr. 4, 5, 6 different versions of a suplex, and maybe some elbows to the forehead is going to out wrestle Samoa Joe. Oh, I'm sorry, and the F5.
You're talking about the VK.
Which ain't nothing but a suplex.
All right, stop. Hold on. you're thinking about the VKM version of Brock Lesnar when Vince says, VKM says these are the only movesets that you can do because he did it to John Cena, he did it to Kurt Angle, he does it to every big person that he pushes sincerely. He put them in a box. So when he became Suplex City Brock Lesnar, that's all he was able to do. When he came back from the UFC, now we're going to use you as the UFC Brock Lesnar. But let's go back to when he was the next big thing, to when he was under Paul Heyman. That dude wrestles. That guy is a mat wrestler. He's a technically sound wrestler. Let's not think about the VKM version of Brock Lesnar. Let's think about the next big thing, the Paul Heyman Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
That guy can go against Samoa Joe.
Oh, he can go. He's going to go home with a L because Samoa Joe will murder that.
No.
But anyway, we're getting away from the real subjects here. So go back to your line, sir.
This is going to be one of the things that we're going to have to agree to disagree. And I understand
it's definitely going to have to be.
So is this going into battle? You know what? We can make a new series of what if.
Yeah. Ooh, shut up.
We can make a what if.
What if Kevin was wrong in thinking that Brock was going to beat Samoa Joe?
No.
You put that down. What if?
Yeah, write that down. All right, so we're going to talk about the match of the night. We're going to talk about the match that actually stole the show at Clash of the Castle, the World Heavyweight Championship match, Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I think it was the match of the night. It was literally, to me, the best match of the night out of all the other four matches, because it was 5 matches total. And which we also realized it was all championship matches. So there was like no non-title matches tonight.
So basically, we got Clash of the Champions.
We did. We actually did. I think the only title that wasn't defended was the United States title. That was the only one that wasn't there. So
isn't that supposed to be lost? Isn't that supposed to be the point of it?
And of course, the men's tag team titles between Raw and SmackDown. Those was the titles. So
was the last
clash going to be on here, man?
Hold on, one at a time. What did you say now?
Was the last Clash of the Castle all championship matches?
I don't remember.
No,
because it was a few years ago. It was like 2 years ago.
Well, back when Roman was still fresh.
Yeah, because that's when Solo popped up. Dan, you start off with this.
Puerto Rican Scott Hall. Honestly, what?
Razor was supposed to be Puerto Rican.
He was not. He was Cuban.
Well, it's the same thing.
That's not. Don't you say that. You know better.
I went to school with Cubans, Spanish people, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. It was all the same to me. I don't care what you say.
I just live in a big pun and fat Joe. I don't know what else to tell you. But yeah, I thought the match was pretty good. I like the fact that they let Drew shine. Drew got into his old bag of tricks. I really thought he was going to do a drop kick off the top rope at this point. The Claymore is starting to be like the RKO now. If he stopped playing catering to the crowd, I think he could have actually won it before the referee went down. Damian was giving it his all, but it just goes to show that Drew is more powerful than him, except for when it comes to that damn South of Havoc, because he literally throws you up. Person is on point. He's the Puerto Rican Scott Hall.
He is not the Puerto Rican Scott Hall.
He's Puerto Rican Scott Hall. Logan Paul is evil Pikachu. Lord Farquhar is JD McDonough.
You know, y'all gonna stop disrespecting JD. JD is a beast in that ring, yo.
He is, but he doesn't take the fact he looks like a thumb.
He can't help that his head was meant to be on Braun Strowman's body.
Yeah. When Pat McAfee said his head looked like a thumb, I fell out laughing, y'all. And then he started calling him JD. Michael Cole called her JD McDummy.
J.D. McDonough.
Jay McDummy.
Yeah.
So, hold on. While we're on this subject of the commentators,
body fat.
while we're on the subject of the commentators, I believe this. I believe Flop Dollar said this, that Michael Cole technically buried his character. Now, hear me out. Y'all don't believe that some of these comments that they're making can be detrimental to that character, to that person in the ring?
Yeah, absolutely. Bailey said it all the time.
Like
Michael Cole, you ain't give me no cheering, no audience.
You can really kill somebody's momentum.
No.
Yeah.
I think
Bailey did it.
I think in Flop Dollar's situation or like Hit Row,
Top Dollar,
they just didn't get over. You can't blame that on Michael Cole. You just didn't get over. Like
money.
Like people wasn't feeling you. All right, like you wasn't Crime Time. Crime Time got over, and as a black person, Crime Time was very insultful to every black person in the world. But
I'm sorry.
Enjoyed it.
I enjoyed I enjoyed Crime Time.
I did too.
I can say what I want to say. I enjoyed him. However, Flop Dollar said that it was his idea to come up with Hit Row. They got rid of Hit Row too early. They brought him back, and then it really had nothing for him. I think that when they put Swerve with Hit Row, Swerve made Hit Row. So Swerve is not in Hit Row anymore. It's pointless.
It also doesn't help that you're female. I'm sorry, the woman, because I know they can't use the word female anymore.
Yes, you can.
You can.
I know.
Yes, you can.
Evidently, you know, they don't want to.
We are politically incorrect all the time. Female. Go for it.
B-Fan, you don't have her wrestle.
Because she can't.
But she needs to train.
But she has a harder kick than Jade Cargill.
I think if she was actually an active person during that time, they might have had a better chance of getting over. Maybe. That's just a thought. But with that being said, I'm not blaming the commentators for you not getting over. I'm not. Because remember when JBL was commentating, and who was it?
JBL killed somebody career quick. JBL killed somebody's career. JBL killed commentators' career, let alone the wrestler's career.
Yeah, he killed commentators' career. Because I forget it was the Canadian wrestlers that was from like Quebec or something. And JBL say he would rather go to Hotel Rwanda during the war before he goes to Quebec.
That is racist.
My man said I would rather go to war-stricken Rwanda before I go to Quebec.
The stuff they used to say to Rey Mysterio, that was racist. Like,
no, when he was beefing with Eddie, and my man was standing on the beach or somewhere, and he just yelled out, "I hate Mexicans." For some reason, in my heart of hearts, I felt like JBL is a true racist Texan. Yeah.
He played the character well. He definitely played the character well. I think he told the dude to go get on a lawnmower or something one time. I was like, wow, okay, son.
He was watching the borders, kicking immigrants back into the water, yeah.
Listen, you can't say that now. You're getting canceled.
Right, you're getting canceled. But it was see, the old school way of doing things is they push the envelope. You can't do a fraction of that stuff now. But it was funny.
I'm gonna have to out you real quick, DJ. I'm sorry. My man was like, we need at least one good old fashioned bra and panty match. I was like, are you trying to get the WWE canceled? Are you trying to get? Are you trying to get?
That was me. I said that.
That was him.
Yeah, that was you.
I made the stipulation with the person. I said Jade and Bianca.
It was one of us fat guys that said it. I thought it was Danny because it sounded like something Danny would have said.
I say Nia Jax and Piper Niven.
Ooh.
You want to push the envelope? Let's push it. Let's push it in a direction you ain't never seen before.
No pun intended. I'll be right there eating popcorn.
I'm in it. I'm for the whole match.
All right, let's get back. Championship.
Stay here. Let's
This about to go way
right
right.
here. This is a good spot to be. Let's stay at this spot right here.
No,
Nia Jax, Piper
I'm not
Niven,
doing it, yo. I'm not doing it. We're moving on.
BNP match. Come on, yo.
Remember
I got
when they
Piper
actually
winning.
had bra? Remember when they actually had bra and panty matches on the video game, yo?
Right.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2000.
And it was on a couple SmackDown games too. Oh Lord Jesus!
You know the size of the draws that would be on TV?
All right, stop. Moving on. Damian Priest. Yo, when he got caught in the ropes, when Damian Priest got caught in the ropes,
Yeah, he was like the third person that got caught in the ropes during this match.
No, but I think he just ain't play that top rope like he normally did, like he would normally do. And that foot got caught because when he flipped, the shock, the look on the referee's face was legitimate. Oh crap, is he hurt? And Drew turned around and went, "Where he at?" And he saw caught up in the rope.
And you started kicking him. Yeah, let me just put the boots to him because you're stupid. You shouldn't even did that. Well,
You
first
can
of
say
all,
he tried to help him, but he didn't want to break character.
you have to look at it another. You have to look at it another way. If he wouldn't have got caught in the ropes, and let's say he still botched it, that's almost a career-ending accident waiting to happen.
Oh no, it definitely. I think him getting caught in the rope saved him.
Yes,
Like that was the best thing that could have happened to him.
if you was on your way, on your head, on the top of your head, you was out of here.
Yeah.
So the thing was, if you look at it, he led with the top of his foot instead of like planting with the middle of his foot. His weight shifted over. He was going too fast when he jumped over, and the top of his foot went right around, and then his ankle said Dak Prescott.
And then Drew put the boots to him. I'm like, yo, you was dirty. Yo. You can let the man get up or nothing. You just start putting the boots to him.
But he was smooth when he got him back in the ring, though. He was smooth.
But I can't beat him tied in the ropes. I got to get him up.
Right.
Nope.
Ms. Voorhees said, and this is in reference to the conversation we was just having, Chiefs have to make an appearance every show. It's not complete without them.
That's why I started watching NXT again. Jesus.
What? Shut up, man.
Jada Parker. That's all I'm gonna say.
She is where B-Fab should be. I'm sorry.
By the way, if you want to talk about racist, OTM is the most racist thing I ever heard as a team name I ever seen in my life.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Because you broke up.
I said, if you want to talk about racism, OTM. Whose idea was OTM?
What does that stand for? I don't watch NXT like that.
Out
the mud.
Out the mud.
That's the name of the team. Out the mud.
In which OTM is a record label in Baltimore.
Why that sound like a song that Crucial Conflict would have done?
OTM
is a record label in Baltimore.
You ever ordered something off a Wish before and it came back looking crazy? That's OTM. OTM is the Wish version of Crown Time.
Now I gotta look them up.
Except they got Bebop and Rocksteady Bebop, Rocksteady, and Master Splinter.
Speaking of which, where's Reggie? Where's Script?
He's not with the company anymore. He got let go.
Oh, did he
still got OTM?
When they did the sweeps, when they let people go,
he was in the sweep.
Like clowns, yo.
Exactly.
They should have let them two big dudes go. They should have kept Scripps. He'd have been good for a Speed Championship.
I forgot what one of the names is, but one of their names is Lucian.
That's a werewolf name, boy. Underworld, bro.
Lucian Price.
Name is Lucian.
Lucian Price is the guy's name.
That is a werewolf name if you ever heard one.
If you can,
that's something you name your child that you don't like.
Yo, this picture of him looks like he's in a werewolf stance right now.
He know what it is.
Lucian and Bronco.
He named after the OJ killing truck.
What?
Yeah, this team is already bad news. So back to the Puerto Rican Sky Hall and the Scottish Terminator.
Yeah. So my take on the Drew and Damian match was a great match of the big men. You know, I think the last good big man match I saw was Keith Lee and Dijak. So this kind of gave me that nostalgia feeling of the big men having a great match. The ending was predictable, but the match overall was solid.
No, Sean, we are no longer bashing Brock. We got him.
No. We're tired of bashing Brock. We're glad he's gone, though. Sound like you're a Brock fan.
No, he's not. He's actually he joined the bandwagon that he needs to go away and stay away.
Good. Yes, it was a solid big man match. I was very proud of Damian.
The strikes in this match was ridiculous. I felt like NXT.
What's Big E's favorite thing? Big men slapping meat. Yeah, it was one of those big men slapping meat joints.
This ain't helping at all, bro.
Big men slapping meat. I mean, that's a wrestling term. You can't get canceled for that because they say it on wrestling. That's a wrestling thing. It's not my words. It's a wrestling word.
I never liked Big E saying that. Oh, speaking of Big E, he's dating
Michin's sister.
Yeah, Michin's sister. Thank you.
That's a hell of a family, though. If you think about it.
You know what?
Remind me to have this conversation with you all when we get off air because I have some jokes that probably will get you canceled if I said it now. So we're going to talk about it after the fact.
But
I think I already know the joke.
I agree with you, Ms. Voorhees. It does not sound right. It never sounded right. Big E
first of all, everybody can agree that it's very entertaining, regardless of how you may feel about it. It's very entertaining, regardless of what you may think, to watch two big sweaty men slapping meat. That's all wrestling really has been since we've been kids. Let's keep it 100. Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. What were they? Two big men slapping meat.
They were not slapping meat. They were wrestling. Because the image I have in my that image that's a no Diddy all day. Okay.
And truth be told, you can take that same saying and go back to what I said a moment ago about Nia and Piper Niven, and then now you got two big women. Meat.
See, the clapping of the hands didn't even sound appropriate. Okay.
We're going to jail.
I'm just saying.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad that y'all was able to join us for the official last episode of Three Fat Guys Podcast.
You know, they might not invite me back, so I'm going to get all my jokes out now, just in case I don't get invited back, y'all.
You always invited, bro. So, all right, but overall, the match was a great match. They had some really good spots when he Claymore kicked him through the barrier, and then you know what made that spot good for me? Because normally when somebody gets pushed through the barrier and they got to drag them back to the ring, the person kind of gets up and walks with them. Damian didn't do that. Drew literally dragged their lifeless cord.
Damian was asleep.
But to that point, I think it would have went a lot better if Damian would have just let his legs go limp and Drew had to literally drag him. He helped crawl over there. You should have just been drugged. Yeah, but it's still
better than him standing up and walking bent over and then getting thrown in the ring. At least when he got to the ring, he went limp and Drew had to pick up the dead weight to get him in the ring. So
right.
So I like that spot.
You shouldn't be kicking out the Claymore though. I'm sorry. The Claymore is supposed to be a one and done situation.
But he's not the first to be kicked out of it though.
That's what I'm saying. You shouldn't.
Once he hits you with that, you should automatically lose the match.
People had the same argument for the tombstone or the choke slam or the RKO
Hold on. The Tombstone at the time when Shawn Michaels kicked at the Tombstone, the Undertaker is old now, so it may not have the same oomph it used to have. So I can understand him kicking out the Tombstone. Nobody should kick out of the RKO because that should be a move that's protected. So I didn't like that either. But the Claymore is supposed to be you beat Brock Lesnar in some team on minutes with the Claymore. That should be a protected finisher.
Yeah, I hate to say this. I don't count that as a Drew McIntyre championship run. Like, I get it. It was during a pandemic, and I kind of understand why he had felt the way he felt about it because that was his moment, and he got robbed. Unfortunately, through nobody's control, he got robbed of that moment being in front of 90,000 screaming fans to win the championship from Brock Lesnar.
Instead, you did it from the 300 TV screens.
Right. And you just Claymore kicked him like 7 times.
I don't agree with it because Roman Reigns became the champion during that time, and he held the belt for 3 years.
I didn't like the fact how Roman became champion at that time either.
And he beat Braun Strowman and the Fiend.
Right.
The Fiend should have been protected.
He came outside the contract while the match was going on. Like, yeah.
Spear.
Just started beating him with cheers, yo.
That man said, BYC, beat your cheeks.
Wreck everybody and leave.
Yo.
No pun intended. Overall, I gave this match an A. It would have been an A plus if Wichita wouldn't have messed up. I like the striking in this match. I really thought Finnegan was going to come down anyway, but when the ref got hurt,
I thought Judgment Day was coming, but I like the swerve with the referee. I like the fact that the CM Punk slid in there and you thought it was a regular ref until they turned the camera around. I think they did that very well. It was very tastefully done.
Yeah,
once I realized the referee had on Jordans, it was over.
Yeah, I do appreciate. I mean, you got some referees that do wear Jordans though. I've seen it. I do like how that was done. I like how Damian Priest, and I really hope that he's not injured. That he sold the injury to the leg from the rope incident. So I really hope that was him selling. If it was, he did a great job because even when he hit the Rage's Edge, he literally did it on one leg.
One leg.
You know. Yeah, I give Damian mad credit for that. Like, he did a really great job of selling that leg and staying in the match. Am I surprised that Drew got screwed twice in his home in his own continent? Yes. No. Yes, I am. I'm legit surprised.
So I have a question. I have a legitimate question for the both of you when you finish your statement.
I did not think he was going to get screwed twice because after everything he's been through, after all the work he's put in to get back here, and even after the WrestleMania debacle that took place, I figured they was going to give him the run. Now, in hindsight, the cash in.
That wasn't no debacle.
I'm just saying, I'm talking about controversy-wise.
That wasn't no controversy.
It was controversy.
He won the match. He did everything he was supposed to do to win. He won. You took your eye off the ball, sir. You should have took your victory and went up the aisle.
What I mean like he was a 5-minute champion. Like, so I'm thinking that they're going to allow
you can do a lot in 5 minutes
to redeem that WrestleMania fallout.
For what? Right.
So, but it makes sense in hindsight why they did what they did because now we pick up the rivalry with him and Punk, and then now, unfortunately, because I don't think I'll be surprised if Damian walks out of Crown Jewel as champion because we got Money in the Bank next month, and then we got Crown Jewel after that. And I will be very surprised if somebody doesn't try to, depending on who wins Money in the Bank. I'll be surprised if they don't try to cash in that Crown Jewel.
Well, he got to get past Gunther. That's not going to happen.
I don't see Damian going to SummerSlam as champion. And if he does, he's going to lose that belt to Gunther. He's going to lose the belt to Gunther.
Whoever's the champion by SummerSlam is losing to Gunther. Let's just call it what it is going to be.
So now the fallout of this is that one. Now Drew McIntyre can legitimately say that CM Punk screwed him this time because he blamed him for WrestleMania and he did not. He's like, you screwed yourself. That was a VKM line Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart. Drew McIntyre screwed Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania. This time it was all Phil Brooks. Phil Brooks screwed him hard.
Damn, you got the man gun. What is somebody looking for him, bro?
Then he shouldn't be on TV then, yo.
Well, somebody is looking for him now, ain't it?
Philip Brooks screwed Drew McIntyre.
Right.
Now we gotta do Straight Edge versus the Scottish Terminator. That's gonna be a SummerSlam.
Wrestle a match in WWE sometime soon.
Well, he's
everybody talking about CM Punk is nice. I ain't seen him put on the boots yet. He got injured as soon as he came in. How you get injured at the first day of the year?
I mean, technically Cody Rhodes did as well, but at least Cody Rhodes wrestled.
Right, his titty was messed up, but he still wrestled.
I mean, when they cleared him to wrestle, they
So
said
I have
you can't do no more damage to the pectoral muscle that was already done. And let's just be honest, when he took the jacket off, the effect was just like, wow, he's really hurt.
Really hurt. And leave it to Seth Rollins, he tried to make it worse. But let me ask you this question, since we're talking about the World Heavyweight Championship title match anyway, and it's kind of been marred in controversy for the last, I don't know how many different title reigns, how many title fights. It's always ended in some type of controversy. With Roman Reigns now being gone and no longer holding the WWE title, do you feel the world title has now become the premier title of the company? This is for the both of you. Either of you can answer.
I got big on this.
I feel like they're more equal than Premier. And that's because either one of the, I would say that if Seth still had the title, it would be the Premier title. But because Seth doesn't have it and Cody really hasn't had like any true outbreak moments yet, I feel like both the titles are on the same level.
Now hold that. That's exactly why I'm asking that question, is because I feel the opposite. I feel that now that Cody is a WWE champion,
Damian's belt is more productive.
Yep.
But Cody's not the WWE champion. Cody is the undisputed champion. He's the WWE undisputed champion. That's the name of the title.
Are we doing semantics? Are we really doing semantics? It's a WWE title. Let's call it what it is.
Just,
He's the face of WWE. That title is whoever's the face of WWE. The world title is the workhorse world championship. And I feel like that title has now gained more prestige because Cody is not. If Roman was still holding the WWE title, then yes, this title is more prestigious. He's not holding it anymore. Cody got it. Cody.
This belt has a restart. This belt has a restart button now.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that because now you're comparing apples to oranges because Roman had that title for 3 years. Roman had time to elevate that title to levels that nobody has done before. He had time to build that title to levels nobody has done before.
Well, that title was always
right. But let's keep it real. In the beginning of Roman Reigns' run, it was a typical Roman Reigns run. The only thing that made it seem different was the fact that the whole tribal chief thing started to shape up. When he got the Usos on board, it started to shape up. When the bloodline started to take shape, that's when his title run started to become different and more interesting.
But the WWE title has always had prestige. It's always been the title you want. The Universal title was just a secondary title before they unified. The WWE title has always been, this is what I want. It's like the WWE title and the world title. You gave somebody the world title, you're the secondary champion, but this is the champion.
All right, so let's take it back. Let's not even put Roman in this category. Let's do Brock Lesnar as the WWE champion. I'm just picking Brock because Brock was okay. Because I'm comparing eras, and Brock was there, and Triple H as the World Heavyweight champion. You see what I'm saying?
Triple H was more relevant.
Triple H was more relevant. So and by that title being on the A show, which was Raw, the world title got lifted higher than the WWE championship because it was on the B show.
But SmackDown is the A show. Let's keep it 100.
That was the A show, yes. It is
I think it's been the A show all year.
It's been the A show since Roman got there. Let's keep that a buck. Even once they split the titles up last year prior to WrestleMania, and Triple H is like, Seth is the world heavyweight champion now because they introduced that title because they needed a champion on TV constantly, and gave Roman the WWE Undisputed Championship, which still doesn't make sense to me because if you're undisputed, then why there's another title on another show? But that's semantics.
That's why they changed the name of
it. So now you have Roman, who is your man, who's been your man for the last 2 some odd years, strictly on SmackDown. So now SmackDown by default becomes the A show. It becomes the A show. Seth Rollins is now, as you said, the workhorse champion because he's on Raw every Monday. He's at every PLE defending the championship. He's a fighting champion. He's
now home because he worked himself into a hole, and that's where he's at. He's home.
Right, that's true. But he wanted to be a man of his word. He said, "If you put the strap on me, I'm going to work. I'm going to show up every week. I'm going to put on clinics," and that's what he did.
And now he's going to clinics.
Oh my God. Yeah. So overall,
you're a man of your word.
About a B. I gave the show a B overall. I liked a lot of the spots. Everybody really showed up, and I think just to let you know that nobody's perfect. Even if we had these crazy botches, they all still try to help each other in the end. Some of them try to flip it and make it not look like a botch, but you couldn't help it. A botch is a botch. It is what it is. I'm just waiting for Bianca to go heel. I'm waiting for Piper to get rid of Chelsea Green. I'm waiting for Otis to get rid of Chad Gable.
That's happening Monday. That's happening Monday.
I'm waiting for a lot of that. So Monday, I just can't. Tuesday, I can't wait to see it.
So I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't have Bianca turning heel.
Not yet. It ain't gonna happen yet.
No, I don't have her turning heel anytime ever, maybe never, because she is unfortunately the female John Cena. Too many people like her. Too many kids look up to her. She's that role model right now, and unfortunately, she won't. Yeah, ever since she's gone face, her career has gone into a whole nother stratosphere. When she was heel, she got kind of stale. And she really wasn't winning championships like that, even down NXT. Which I remember that one match she had with Shayna Baszler. That was a clinic. Put work in. And she lost.
She still lost.
Right. So Bianca is better as a face. She gets over more, and it just works for her. Now, Jay, we seen Jay as a heel. We see it does work for her. So I got her turning on Bianca before Bianca turns on her.
So pretty much they're going to get the rematch back. They're going to get the rematch. They're going to wind up losing it. And they're going to slowly have a downshift. And Jade is going to start blaming Bianca.
Right.
I got something for y'all minds that y'all probably not even thinking about, but I think it will work well. They go with that scenario. The little breakdown starts happening slowly but surely. Jade turns on Bianca. Jade now decides she wants to reinstitute Jade and the baddies. Jada Parker, Lash Legend.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jada Lash.
I'm gonna wind up in the courthouse.
That'll be bad.
You got damn right.
That'll be bad. Like
that's money all day.
All day.
That is the black version of Optic Attraction.
They will have a cameraman showing up for work that's not even doing that show.
Shawn Michaels will be on SmackDown. Did you call me, Trip? Did you call me?
Like, hey, Paul. Shawn said you needed some extra cameramen tonight.
Right.
Cable runners? No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I think that joint would be fire. I'm trying to
Like I
get
said, bro,
be put on as a writer. They keep denying my application.
Hey,
But
nah, they would be the black version of Toxic Attraction when Mandy Rose had it.
I can see it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we unfortunately have come to the end of the show. We have to say farewell. But before we do that, Dad Jones, what we got on deck next week?
Slapping meat.
No, sir.
What?
I'm thinking about doing a breakdown of it. Just get one out the way. I'm gonna keep saying it so everybody get the picture of what's going on. You have to stop. This is not going right.
It don't sound right on this. Don't.
I'm actually debating if the battle should be one season in general, just go continuously, or take a break in between.
Well, we gotta talk about that off air. Sometime next week, you talk about that.
Yeah.
So, okay, we get it. X-Men fans, we got it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to say good night to y'all guys. Thank y'all once again for tuning in. Where can we be found? We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and TikTok. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok is 2 Fat Guys Podcast 99. Facebook, it is 2 Fat Guys Podcast. Email is 2fatguyspodcast99@gmail.com. So any show suggestions or ideas or comments or anything, let us know, and we'll be more than willing to take a look and see what we can do. Yes, Mr. Nah.
I got a suggestion. When you're dissecting wrestling, the next time you dissect the PLE, meat slapping moment of the night.
Like a shucky ducky quack quack moment
of the night.
But we're not going to call it meat slapping moment. We're going to find something else. But that is a good idea.
Just shoot a brother down. That's okay. It's all right. It's cool.
I'm not sure. I'm giving you credit for the idea, just not the title.
Yeah, probably make it the toasty of the day.
You'll just hit my duck. You'll do the duck hunt on me.
You still use it. We can't even say toast. That belongs to Warner Brothers and Mortal Kombat. No. Jesus Christ. Lost my train of thought.
I'm just going. Anyway. For me, thank you for having me once again. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers who listen to the show. If you're slapping meat on the grill tomorrow, do your thing. Slap some meat on the grill. Enjoy your day. It's been real.
He's just been going to keep throwing the word slap me out there. Yeah, but thank you.
I'm about to go do that as soon as we get off air.
Happy Father's Day to all of the fathers out there, man. We talking about the true dads, and no disrespect to the moms who step in as dads. We talking about the real fathers who checking on the kids, take their kids out, be there for them when they need them, running them to the doctors and everything else. So shout out to those dads.
No disrespect to the who?
No disrespect to the women who act like fathers. No disrespect to the women who dress like fathers. No disrespect to the women who talk like fathers. No disrespect to the people
No. We ain't doing that. This is Father's Day. If this is your mother, we're not giving her the title as the mama and the father. She's the mother.
You didn't hear me.
Right, we're not giving credit to the stand-in.
No disrespect to the mothers who step in as dad, but I'm shouting out the actual fathers.
You know, the ones that still clock you.
He just ain't dad. It ain't no stepping. I'm sorry, he's not there. I'm real particular about Father's Day. I appreciate because I grew up around a bunch of women who always tell me I'm the mother and the father. No, you're the mother. The father's gone.
You may dress like my dad, but you're not my dad.
You're not my dad. You can put on my dad's jeans, but you're still my mom at the end of the day.
The point is, shout out to the fathers who are there for their children, sons and daughters, even kids that's not theirs. You step up and be there for them. So salute to you. Shout out to Matt, to all the dads out there. I know we get overlooked. We get stepped on Father's Day. It is what it is. But we salute you men who do your thing daily, every day. You know, like you was like, all right, I made this kid. And this kid gonna know who I am. And I respect that.
That's right.
So here we are. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been fun. But and as usual, tell a friend that it's Two Fat Guys Podcast. Hold up. I'm sorry. We got a last minute comment.
Wait, I can't even do this no more, bro.
All right. Miss Voorhees says, Happy Father's Day to the fellas. Thank you very much, Miss Voorhees. So thank you very much. And thank you once again for tuning in. I know that you are a friend of Big Nine, so we say thank you for tuning in with us. We enjoy you and your feedback. All right. So once again,
what are you doing?
That's my Kamala Harris.
Yo. He's doing his Kamala. Anyway, yo, y'all be safe. Y'all be blessed. This Two Fat Guys Podcast. We out.
Uses.